episode of the Star Wars podcast. And today's episode is about the composer John Williams. So, John Williams has been the composer for all the music in the mainstream episodes 1 through 6 of Star Wars and is also producing the music for episodes 7 through 9. He is a fantastic composer. He's probably one of the most well-renowned music people on the planet today. He is also out of the living people in music, probably the one who's had the most influence over the music industry as it is, and has probably had some of the best works out of many of the living people today. At least that's my opinion. I love John Williams' music because he just makes it so good. Anyways, he also made the music for Indiana Jones. He is one of the most successful composers of movie music. He has made music for Jurassic Park, Jaws. He made the most recent Olympic fanfare, E.T., Schindler's List, Home Alone, Harry Potter, and more. Now, each of these things I've noted are things that are now in our culture. No one would be able to easily recognize our culture without these movies. I mean, Jaws, that's just a classic thing that people recognize. Da 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 da. Everyone knows Jaws. E.T., everyone loves that story of E.T. Schindler's List, classic movie about the Holocaust that people often refer to. Indiana Jones, just wonderful. Home Alone, great Christmas movie. Harry Potter, I don't have to say anything about that. Jurassic Park, one of the most classic non-space-based science fictions there is. Part of why all these things, including Star Wars, probably have been successful is due to John Williams' music, because it is fantastic and it really helps set the mood for what is going on. John Williams does a great job with his music. Some music that you may recognize from Star Wars dealing with some music you may recognize from Star Wars that he made is the theme. Do 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 do. And then there's Cantina Band. Sorry if I'm gonna be humming these, but I love these. Boop 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 do 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 do. And Imperial March. I can't think of that one right offhand, but I know it. And Duel of Fates. That's the one from episode 1 where the people are singing and during the fight with Darth Maul. All these songs are widely recognized Star Wars songs that he made that helped set the tone for the movies. If you recognize 3 out of 4 of those are from the original trilogy. Not saying that his works in the prequel trilogy were great, because that's probably the best part of those movies is his songs. What I'm just saying is that these songs that are notable from the movies is why Star Wars has been successful, partly because he's done such a great job with it. Songs are notable to people outside. Now, who knows if they got a different composer, what that music will have been like, or if it would have, if Star Wars will have been as successful as it is, because music helps set the tone. People don't realize that when they're actually watching the movie for the first time. But without the music, the movie would be a lot more drab. And the music kind of helps you feel like this is a really dark moment, this is a really happy moment, funny moment. Just kind of helps with that. John Williams really kind of became well known when he won his first Oscar for the movie, for his work on the movie Fiddler on the Roof. That's kind of when he started really coming to the scene. And when he makes the music for movies such as Star Wars, he often works with the London Symphony Orchestra. And for Star Wars, he worked with them on all this. The other thing I want to note is even though he hasn't done directly the music work for Star Wars The Clone Wars and Star Wars Rebels, his music still has widely affected those television shows. Like in Star Wars Rebels, there was a point where you could hear the Imperial March, but it wasn't John Williams' Imperial March. It was based on his Imperial March. That Imperial March was made to be a happy Imperial March. That's why it wasn't exactly the same. Plus, it was more of a mechanical Imperial March due to be made through computers. But my point is his a lot of the songs, especially for Rebels, are based on John Williams' work for the movies. So John Williams hasn't only affected the movies he's worked on. So I really like his work. I hope you guys all appreciate him the same way I do. And I'm looking forward to his music in episodes 7 through 9. Because really, that's probably going to be one thing we can count on being good. Because John Williams hasn't disappointed us so far with music in Star Wars. So, this is Indiana, signing out. See you guys later.